Hi guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my October TBR and I thought I'd come into it with autumnal colours. Got a brown cardigan, black top. Thought I'd go autumnal because today I'm really feeling it. It's supposed to be like, I'm filming this well early. I'm filming this on like the 19th of September, but you know me, I like to pre-film, I like to be organised. I've got a busy few weeks coming up and I'm organised. The weather is grey, but it's supposed to be warm later. So I'm going to enjoy it because the week I'm filming is the last week where it's supposed to be nice weather. Next week it goes back down to autumn. So I thought I would show you, obviously you would have already seen my Victober TBR, I will link that below. I'm not going to think about how, if you add that TBR to the October TBR, it works out at like 19 or 20 books. So yeah, you know me, I've got a Mahusive TBR. Just not, but it doesn't count as Mahusive because Victober books and this count sort of separately. That's in my eyes anyway. So, obviously the Victober books, they're going to be spread out, but I need these kind of books to mix in with it so that it doesn't feel too overwhelming. I am loosely participating in Gothtober, which is hosted by Olivia from Olivia's Catastrophe. I will link her announcement down below and her channel. I'm only loosely participating because I've got 2 or 3 books that like kind of count as gothic kind of like horror-ish kind of like fantasy-ish books. That is, unless I might have one that depends if the TBR jar does, but yeah, I'm loosely participating. As to whether I do more in the second half, I don't know. I'm not even thinking about the second half books, although there is one book that needs to be added to the second half, which is another non-fiction book, because I have got some books that are connected to Victober, but not Victober books, because they're not classics. I'm rambling, you know me. Right, so I will get on with the buddy read first, then let's find out whether the TBR jar was nice. It was very nice in September. Let's see if she's going to be nice. Actually, in all honesty, I don't think she can be bad, the TBR jar, because I've got 4 books on this, and they are all ones I'm excited about. There is only one that's longer, but they're all books I'm excited about, so I'm not even worried about the TBR jar. Remind me next year, when I'm doing my TBR jar, pick books I'm always excited about, not books I'm nervous about. Anyway, let's not let's do it actually. Let's mix out, let's re-random. Let's do the TBR jar first. So I mixed these papers up because I had to redo it, and one's just jumped out at me, so I'm going to go with that. Because I didn't realise there was a book that was missing last time. Oh, this is actually quite a good book, and it's one of the shortest ones. I've got Sing Unburied Sing by Jasmine Ward. Which means November and December are going to be either contemporary or fantasy. I don't know what the genre is for Jasmine Ward's Unburied Sing. I think it is historical fiction. It's an intimate portrait of a family, an epic tale of hope and struggle. Sing Unburied Sing examines the power and limitations of family bonds. Rich with Ward's distinctive and lyrical languages, it brings the archetypal road novel into the rural 21st century America. This has been talked about quite a lot, and it's less than 300 pages. I don't know very much about this at all, but I know that it's on a lot of people's lists of books they want to read. It was shortlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction in 2018, and it won the National Book Award winner once. So that's got to be good. So the TBR jar has done good. I'm hoping this is not too hard-hitting, but it is a book that I'm super excited about. Now to show you the book that my chunky book that I'll be finishing in October, and that is Gone with the Wind. As you would have seen from already a lot of my videos, I'm actually really, really enjoying this. It is Mahusive, and I'm going to probably get to over halfway before October, because October's full of classics anyway, so I want to try and get to over halfway with this. And I'm just going to really crack on and just read as much of it, because it's actually a lot better than I was expecting. So that's going to be done. That's there. Sorry, that's one of Sweet's toys. Now, to show you the buddy read. I don't want this video to be too ridiculously long because I've got a lot to do. And that is the second book in the Trials of Apollo series. This is The Dark Prophecy. I'm buddy reading this with the lovely Cat from Brews and Reviews. I think this is a bit longer than the first one. So it's 400 pages, this one. Over 400 pages. But if you don't want to know spoilers for the first book, wait until this book goes down, because it's the second in the series, and it's now that Apollo is now accompanied by Leo Valdez and the sorceress Calypso, also mortal. I must find the most dangerous oracle of ancient times, who must hold the answers I need to return to Mount Olympus. To make things worse, the second member of the evil triumvirate, a Roman emperor with a disturbing love of bloodshed, stands in our way. Without my powers and good looks and singing voice, how does Zeus expect me to overcome the greatest challenge I've faced in my 4,000 years of existence? Bloody love the first one. Can't wait to read this. We'll always start the month with this. Oh, this one hasn't got a list of gods in it. So, oh no, that was, yeah, it has, because it has a sneaky peek to the third book, which I'm not going to read until after I've read this. So, there you go. I'm going to be good. Right. So, I've got 3 seasonal books, which are my autumnal books. And I've actually realised I'm going to mention them in a different order. So, the first one is Pre-Loved by Lauren Bravo. I know she's got another book out recently. This was a book that was gifted to me by one of my anonymous gifters. And that it is one I'm really excited about. It's about pre-loved, so it's about, I think it looks like it's about a charity shop. It talks about friendship, love, loss, and forging the new path despite your old baggage. And it celebrates the enduring power and joy of charity shops. You all know I work in a charity shop, so that was why I put this book on the list as well. And I think Katie and I think a few other people have actually spoken about this book, but it has had mixed reviews. So who do you tell your little moments of joy? For Gwen, the answer is no one. She knows people, her parents and exes, old friends, but she's been drifting long enough to know that she can't quite reach them. To tell them that she's eaten the best sticky toffee pudding of her life, or that she's been made redundant. And Gwen's basically lonely. And then her hunt for connection leads Gwen to a place where every washed up cast-off is welcome, a charity shop. This does look really good. I'm really, really excited about this. It's such a me book. It's unbelievable. Then to a book that's connected to Victober, and that is The Red Monarch by Bella Ellis. This is the 3rd in the series. I've got the 4th that's on my wish list. I need to get off my butt and get. Can I find it anywhere for cheap? No. So I'm going to have to get it full price, I think. And this is, basically it's about the Bronte sisters. You know I love the Bronte sisters. It's like mystery, historical fiction, which is like really exciting. And this is about when Anne Bronte receives a letter from her former pupil Lydia Robinson. It's like too important for them to ignore. So this is where their first poetry collection has just been published, and it potentially marks an end to their career as detectives. Then they have to go and help Lydia, who is eloped with the famous actor Henry Roxby following her disinheritance. It's dangerous. The desperate and heavily pregnant Lydia has a week to return what her husband supposedly stole, or he will be killed. So, mystery, historical fiction, involving the Brontes. I loved the first book in the series. I liked the second book. Let's see if I love the third book. Now to a book that is connected to Gothtober, but it's also the last in the series book by last of the Evelyn Jones series, and this is The Vanishing of Evelyn Jones by Phil Hicks. I know he's got another series he started. I found that on Amazon, so that's gone on that. And this is the 3rd in the series, so I love this. It does actually scare me a little bit, so it's quite horror, like middle grade horror. Turn on your torches and join Evelyn Jones. Evelyn is determined to discover the truth behind her uncle's mysterious disappearance when she travels home with her mum and Aunt Lillian. After years of hoping Evelyn's uncle would return, they finally decided to sell his house. But Evelyn and Harold have other plans. Harold's her like a friend that's accomplice sort of thing. And then sneaking into her uncle's study, Evelyn discovers that he'd been researching possible supernatural activities around an ancient burial mound, and links this with the unexplained disappearances of local villagers. Dark magical forces are at work, and will do anything to remain hidden, as Evelyn and Harold still learn. Middle grade horror, short, but I know I'm going to love it. Now, I would have already done an announcement of the next the seasonal books for the Alice books, but this is obviously to say it's going to be on my TBR. And this is the next book in the Agatha for Alice series. This is The Ordeal by Innocence by Agatha Christie. I believe this is a standalone, I think. Apparently, this was cited by Agatha Christie in an autobiography as one of her favourite novels. a detective story which plays on the shock of an innocent man's conviction. This is like I know this is like the film adaptation cover, but Charlie gave it to me, so I'm really looking forward to reading it. No one felt sorry for Jacko when Jacko Argyle died in prison. But everyone knows he'd bludgeoned his mother to death with a poker from the fire. But when a doctor turns up at the house 2 years later with proof of Jacko's innocence, the whole family is horrified because it can mean only one thing: their mother's killer is still among them. You know I love Agatha. You know this is something that's really exciting me. And obviously we'll talk about this. I still need to get a bum message on about my life. And the next book for the Gothtober, and it's a book that I've wanted to read for so long. I got this from the works for not too much. This is Cemetery Boys by Aidan Thomas. My sister Charlie bloody loved it. It has literally had really good rave reviews. I think I'm one of the last people to read it. Yadriel has summoned a ghost and now he can't get rid of him. To gain his family's acceptance, Yadriel has to prove himself as a real Bridjo by summoning his cousin's ghost. When he accidentally summons the ghost of his high school resident bad boy instead, things get complicated. But Julian won't go into death quietly, and the more time Yadriel and Julian spend together, the harder it is to let each other go. It's really had rave reviews, this book, so I'm really, really looking forward to it. But it does scream out to read in the autumn and like gothic kind of times. Sorry. Still recovering from this cold. And then a book by, this is like a complete opposite to this, and this is The Vintage Shop by Olivia Page. I've got a funny feeling it's got links to charity shop books, so it's about one dress, three women, a lifetime of secrets. Among the cobbled streets of Frome in Somerset, Lou is about to start something new. After losing her mother, she knows it's time to take a chance and open her own vintage clothes shop. In upstate New York, Donna receives news about her family, which throws everything she thought she knew into question. The only clue she has to unlock her past is a picture of a yellow dress. And then lastly, Maggie is in her 70s, newly divorced and all alone in an empty house, visiting a little vintage shop in Frome with its rows of beautiful dresses brings back cherished memories that she'd put aside. Could uncovering the secrets of a young yellow dress help them unlock the next chapter? Friendships, three different people. Perfect. And then this is my last, one of my series books, and this is the last in the series of this trilogy, and this is Night Train to Marrakesh. And this is set, and this is the last in the book. I've read all the other books by this. I read the other two books of the series. What's the other one? We read Daughters of War, and I think there was another one. Daughters of War was, I can't for the life of me remember the other one. But that was that series, and this is the third, so it carries on. And obviously, if you don't know about the first ones, don't really wait until I've done this bit. And this is set in Marrakesh in 1966. Vicky Bourdon steps on the train, winding through Morocco, looking for the grandmother she's never met. It's an epic journey that takes her to the edge of the Atlas Mountains and closer to the answers she's been craving all her life. But dark secrets whisper among the dunes, and unlocking the mystery of Clemence's past, Vicky will uncover great danger too. Exciting but scary. And then my Victober non-fiction classic, and this is Charles Dickens' A Life by Claire Tomlin. I've read Jane Austen, A Life by Claire Tomlin, so I saw this in the charity shops and I wanted it. I have got another Victober sort of non-fiction, but I've got like 2 Charles Dickens books on my Victober TBR, so the fact that I've got another Charles Dickens, maybe that's my thing for this Victober, the Charles Dickens theme. And this is literally a non-fiction about his life, and it's got pictures, I believe. Got some pictures. Got loads of pictures. It is bloody long. It's like, oh, this is like notes. If you ignore the notes, then it's not as long. I know Katie likes this Author's work, so that is good. God, the notes are like blooming loads. So it's like 400 pages basically. But it does look good. I'm really excited about it, and I would love to learn more about Charles Dickens. I've read a lot about other classic authors, but I've not read much about Dickens, so this will be good to read. Then I thought this mahoosive Victoria Hislop books looks very autumnal as well. That's why I've gone for it. It's a return. So it's set in Alhama, so set in Granada, and it's on the cobbled streets. And it's beneath the majestic towers of, I can't say the name of it, Granada's cobbled streets resonates with music and secrets. Sonia Cameron knows that there's nothing of the city's shocking past, but she's here to dance. And in a quiet cafe, a chance conversation and an intriguing collection of old photographs draws her into an extraordinary tale of Spain's Civil War. So it goes back in time to 1936, which is 17 years earlier. The cafe is home to the close-knit Ramirez family. In 1976, the army coup led by Franco shatters the country's fragile peace, and in the heart of Granada, the family witnesses the worst atrocities and conflict. It is bloody big. Yeah. Nearly 600 pages. It's massive. But, looks autumnal. I'm going to give it a go. And last but not least, Kate Sawyer's This Family. I know Charlie's heard about this. I know it was on the Waterstone shelves for a while and I got it in the charity shop. It's got the word family in it. I don't need any more. Mary has raised her family in this house. She's watched her daughters play and laugh and bicker in its rooms. And now, on a late summer's day, she's getting married here and has summoned her fractured family to celebrate. In a place that has been sanctuary for some and battleground for others, the long-awaited reunion unfolds. But as memories, secrets and tensions rise to the surface, can the festivities help mend the broken bonds and heal bruised hearts? Or are some things impossible to forgive when it's family, even when it's family? This is a big book. It's about 400 pages, but it does look good. I know Charlie likes the sound of it, so that's enough for me. So what books of these do you think I should prioritise? Which books of these are you excited about? Let me know down below. Let me know what you're reading in October. Are you doing any readathons? Are you doing like Victober or Gothtober or anything else? Let me know down below. If you got to the end of the video, leave an autumn leaf because it feels really autumnal today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.